it's Thad at Willoway. Wanted to talk to you. It's July 22nd, and we got some things coming up. They're pretty important. August 1st is when we start to stop a lot of our trimming on trees and also perennials. So that's to harden them off for the winter so that we get enough, we don't get breaks too late in the season and the new growth that comes on doesn't get killed in the first cold weather that comes along. So that's pretty important. If you have plants, this is the time really to be looking at if they need trimming or not. Brings me to Hydrangea paniculata trees. As you can see, we've trimmed all these really nice. We've got a really nice selection of limelights right here in particular. Just starting to bud here and come on. But you can see we really got a nice round developed head, branching all the way down in, up at like that 32, 36 inch. So really nice solid plants. And really kind of, this is starting to come into its own in this fall. The hydrangea paniculatas in general have started flowering. And we've got kind of a split going on all our hydrangea paniculatas, so we'll have lots of nice ones that'll be in full, good white color bud all the way out to in full bloom. So if it's a plant that really want to get some color out there, it's really good. One thing you should know, ours are really clean, but they do, flea beetle can be on them. That chew the holes in the leaves, so you do have to spray these if you don't want that to go. So we're on a regular spray program for that here. So that's part of our problem. We also incorporate a biological into this. So we use a nematode that we do it at a drench into the soil. That has to be done when it's a little overcast or rainy. That's so that the nematodes don't get killed before they get into the soil, and those actually attack the white grubs that are in the soil. So. All right, we've moved over to, we're on top of one of our bigger pond banks here. Wanted to talk a little bit about the weather we're having. We've been getting like spotty thunderstorms. So water management's really important to us. So we have large reservoir ponds that we use, and then we manage the water and filling those up. We're in really good shape with water right now, but it's something you want to always, when you have plants, managing the water that you're using on them, and you have to adjust the watering time up and down here at the nursery. So we do a lot of that. As you can see, looking out, we've got a lot of trees, and this is a good time. Fall is, we're kind of getting into that summer, and then into the fall. It's a great time to plant still. Water management is important as part of that, but we have really nice plants here. We got some birch here in the front, and then all kinds of shade trees as you go up through the front of the nursery. We have a good selection of Japanese maples, a lot of ornamentals. So ivory silk, we have, you saw the paniculatas that we have, and then we have green giant placata here on this farm, and a 25 gallon. They're really nice. They're like 8 foot, so really nice crop of that here, as well as just all the plants we got coming in the stream of plants that we're growing. So on this farm, some of our crops can be upwards of 8 years out from when we started to when we finish it, with the bulk of that being in that like about 4-year mark, right in there, year forward or back from that 4-year mark. So our production planning is really important to keep a good stream of these trees coming and try to keep the same kind of consistency and quality in what we're doing. So just a little behind the scenes there. So I want to talk a little bit about growing degree days. We're at 1837. We're building quick, so a couple things coming up at 1920. We have mimosa webworm, and also we have euonymus scale. Both of those will be 2nd generation egg hatch. So probably spraying this week would be important. Scouting for it, looking to make sure you have it or don't have it. But it is something to watch for. And then we have at 2200 clearwing ashfruit borer. That's a borer that gets in a lot of Fraxinus, can get in some syringa. It's usually low down in the plant. It kind of looks like, the adult looks like a little bit of a hornet. So they do make a bigger exit hole with frass, so that's one thing to watch. And then we have, that's magnolia scale at about 2100 as well. So that's egg hatch as well on that. So be watching for that. If you see a lot of black sooty kind of goo on the outside, looking for that. That's that sooty mold. It's an they have produce a lot of honeydew. It's kind of a sweet Sometimes ants can be associated with it. So, but if you see a blackening in the inside of a magnolia, that's a pretty good indicator you got magnolia scale. It's pretty tough if you miss the window on it to get that fixed. So they're pretty short and narrow windows, so be watching for that as well.